This is Creighton Alexander, the campus coach, and today we're talking with Jim Leggett. He's a founding pastor of Grace Fellowship in Katy, Texas, and we're going to talk with him today about using the S.O.A.P method Bible study. Jim, so glad that you're here with us.
Howdy, Aggies.
So you went to A&M, did you?
You bet, man. Chemical engineering nerd at Texas A&M. I bleed maroon.
What was your favorite spot at College Station?
Wherever Lisa Watson lived.
Oh my gosh!
So I ended up marrying.
All right. Now you have a a little story to tell about where your oldest son's going to college, right?
Yeah, I thought we were going to do S.O.A.P journal. Yeah, my oldest son Smith, who I'm very proud of, is going to that other school in Austin, Texas, called the University of Texas.
All right.
And so it's rocked my world. For 14 years, I've been inducing whoops at my church, Grace Fellowship. And on Christmas Eve, I announced to them that the firstborn from my loins is going to the University of Texas. And all the Longhorns went crazy, and it was a humbling day in my life. I'm really proud of him. He's going to be great. So.
All right. Well, Jim, tell us about how you discovered the S.O.A.P method Bible study.
Sure. So, for 14 years now, I've been reading through the Bible in a year. That's been my personal devotions. And reading through the Bible in a year is life-changing for me. Because otherwise, I would tend just to focus in on portions of the Word that I like. And when you read through the whole Bible, it exposes you to portions that you wouldn't go to otherwise. And 2 Timothy says all Scripture is inspired by God. So for 14 years, I've been reading through the whole Bible in a year. And about 12 years ago, I started going, I need to add something to that. So I'm gonna read through that daily reading, and then I'm gonna pick one verse just to meditate on and pray back to God. So I started doing that about 12 years ago. Well, 4 years ago, I ran into something Wayne Cadera was doing, and he had this little acrostic called S.O.A.P. I'm like, that's it. That's better than what I'm doing. I'm gonna steal that from him. And so I started doing S.O.A.P 4 years ago, and I so loved it. I said, I gotta package this for my congregation. And so 3 years ago, we packaged it into what we call the S.O.A.P journal, and we printed up 2,500 of them and gave them away the Sunday before Christmas for free. Said, Merry Christmas, this is your Christmas gift. And then I just spent a whole sermon challenging the people of Grace Fellowship. I triple dog dare you to read through the whole Bible in a year and the S.O.A.P journal as you do it. And 60% of them were gold enough to give it a try. And it's just been an amazing discipleship tool. Literally, our whole congregation's on the same page of the Bible because we're all reading through the same Bible reading plan and then praying it back to God with S.O.A.P. S-O-A-P. And so it's been amazing for us. A lot of our small groups use it, so it's a great way to use it. Did people listening to this know what S.O.A.P stands for?
Maybe, some of them will, but can you run us through it?
All right, so here's the premise of S.O.A.P. You get a Bible reading plan that takes you through the whole Bible in a year, or if that's too overwhelming for you, there's different reading plans. You can just do New Testament, or you can do New Testament and a Psalm. But if you do the whole reading plan, it's 2 Old Testament chapters, a New Testament chapter, 1 Psalm, and then 1 pithy little proverb. It takes me 20 minutes to read all that. And then when I'm done reading, as I've been reading, I'm saying, Lord, show me one verse in all that I've read today that you're really talking to me through. And I just look back through what I've read. Usually I put a star, I've underlined, and my heart just homes in on one verse of Scripture. And then I S.O.A.P journal about that, S-O-A.P. So S stands for Scripture. I take that one verse and I write it out. And that just reinforces it in my soul. And then O stands for observation. I just write a 1 or 2 sentence observation about what that Scripture means. Then A stands for application. Just write a 1 or 2 sentence on what the application of that is for my life. What's something I'm going to do different? What's a way that I'm going to think different and renew my mind different? And then P stands for prayer. And I'll just write out like a 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 sentence prayer, praying that Scripture back to God. Boom. That only takes me 10 minutes to do all that. So in 30 minutes, I've read through 4 chapters of Scripture, and I've prayed the most meaningful part of that to me back to God. And so the S.O.A.P journal is just a journal that helps you do that. You can record where it is. And so that's what we're talking about when we say S.O.A.P journal.